Musical.ly is a social network app for video creation, messaging and live broadcasting. And Musical.ly came on the scene in August 2014, but it really took off in 2015 and today has reached over 200 million users. However, I'd say the majority of users are under the age of 16. To cut to the chase, a platform with millions of kids can be an easy target for someone with ill intentions. A site that is made for kids isn't always safe for kids. The internet can be a dangerous place for anyone. You can have your own personal information leaked if you aren't careful, and we've seen this a lot on Twitch, which has resulted in a lot of users being swatted. If you've never heard of Musical.ly or don't understand how it works, I'll give you a brief explanation. Musical.ly is a social media music app which allows anyone over the age of 13 to use it. Users lip sync or dance to music available on the app and can use different filters and video styles. And like any other social media, you can broadcast it to whoever wishes to view it. A few dangers for kids using the app are: users can search for other users near their own location, which could be a strategy used by a predator, bullying in comments, and of course parents being unaware their child has the app. Now, every platform is dangerous in the sense young kids can be manipulated, catfished and stalked, but since we are just talking about Musical.ly today, I'm going to be showing you some examples of terrible things that have happened on the app. Take one example here where a user asks another user to take a naked picture. Another case is about a mother who found sick messages that were sent to her 13-year-old daughter. The mother said, "After seeing a post about kids being groomed on the app, I checked my daughter's phone and found a message asking her for a naked pic. Luckily she never saw the message. We've had a chat and she's disgusted and said she would never do it." So the main concern from parents is that there may be naive children who would reply and potentially go ahead and send a revealing picture. So the app isn't as popular as it was through 2016 and early 2017, but people do still use it. My little sister uses the app and I made sure to let my parents know to go into the settings where you can private your account and hide the location info. So I'd recommend, if any of you out there have a younger sibling, to make sure their account is private and check on it regularly. So one of the main reasons I decided to make a video dedicated to Musical.ly is because I have another story to tell you about the app, and a story closer to home for me. It involves a friend's younger sister, so here it goes. So I'm about to tell you a story about a friend of mine who has a little sister who was familiar with Musical.ly. Every time we'd be in a Skype call, he'd constantly be complaining about his sister running around making noise using the app. He said she had a following of around 1,500 and posted daily. His sister is 11 years old. So around October 2017, I remember getting on Skype with my friend, and as usual he was complaining about his sister, and I had recently read an article about child predators on Musical.ly and suggested he should check her account since she had a decent sized following. He was hesitant at first, but I told him it's better to be safe than sorry. He went and got her iPad, and I remember he came back on screen and was going through her messages when he came across a chat which looked extremely sketchy. The profile picture was a grown man. My friend scrolled to the top of the chat and started reading the messages, and I didn't ask him to send me the messages because at the time I had no clue I was going to make a video on this and I didn't feel like asking him. He has since said I could, but the messages are now gone since his parents deleted the app off his sister's iPad. The man started off by saying, "I love your account, I watch every day." She replied, "Thanks." The man got on to talking about his favourite accounts and halfway into the conversation asked, "I see you live nearby." He then proceeded to ask where she lived, and my friend's sister, being young and not really understanding, sent him her address, and the man replied that he worked for Musical.ly and he would give her a visit soon to see her perform in person, which is just a terrifying thought and truly sickening to hear. And that was the last message. Luckily the messages were only from a day ago at that point, and my friend showed his parents and they contacted police. My friend never really mentioned it, and I decided not to bring it up and ask what happened. All he said was the guy had been dealt with and his sister wasn't on the app anymore. A crazy story very close to home for me, and even though the app is pretty much faded and died out, I still decided to make a video on it since I had such a crazy true story to tell. But that's going to be it for today. I'll leave a few links to other videos I think you'd like at the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching and I hope to see you all next time.